Morning, friends. Welcome back to our new session, Professional Ethics and Human Values, Unit 3. Right? Let me share share screen to you all. So, friends, look at this thing. Third unit, Engineering Ethics and Social Experimentations. Engineering Ethics and Social Experimentations, right? So here we discussed the thing. These are the few topics we have. So in this previous class, we discussed about engineering ethics. What is meant by engineering ethics? And already we discussed about the types of ethics, right? So once again, I want to repeat. Ethics means do the right things and don't do the wrong things. And having the right manner, don't having the right manner. Having the right conduct, don't having the right conduct. And what are the necessary steps and what are the responsibilities we should have as an engineer, right? These are the few topics or comes under here, engineering ethics, right? Engineering ethics. So how to behave in front of the society and how to behave with the colleagues and how to tackle and how to take the responsibilities and do the actions in time as an engineer. This all comes under the engineering ethics, right? So here, as an engineer, we should be able to know about the right things and the right actions, right behavior, right? Time punctuality. So these are the few things we need to learn in this engineering ethics, right? So here we should have the responsibilities and we should have the ideal characters, traits and social policies, relationships desirable for individuals, and finally, corporation engaged in technological development. So simply, we need to support and we need to develop technological development, right? So ethics is for try to understand the situations of others and try to having a more responsibility and try to having helping the needy and having pity and kindness in front of the society. That is called as ethics. But engineering ethics means the same thing apply as an engineer in our personal life, right? In our career life, right? As an engineer. So here try to understand the situations of the environment and others and try to adapt the technological changes and how to help the society by using this technological changes also. And next, and how to help the development of the society and how to support and how to plan for achieving the targets of the company. These are the few things or comes under here, engineering ethics, right? So ethics is helping to the society. Engineering ethics means as an engineer, how to support to the company and how to develop the technological environment and how to support the society as an engineer. How to do the responsibilities and duties in his career life. These all things are comes under here, engineering ethics, right? So already we discussed in this thing in the previous class, right? Already we discussed in this chapter, engineering ethics and its types, microethics and macroethics, right? Microethics means individual decisions, individual thinking attitude, right? So personal decisions about the ethical situations in their lives. Once again, I want to repeat. Microethics means personal decisions, individual decisions about their ethical situations and their life. That is called as here microethics. And macroethics means a group of people thinking. So here, group of people means here collective. Collective means group of people. So collective decision makings are for the society development, right? So look at here, collective or group of thinking for society development decisions, right? So microethics have another two sides, individual ethics and professional ethics. So individual ethics means to develop ourselves. So these are the few points. Professional ethics means as a professional, as a job holder, what we need to have. So these are the few things we should have for development of our ethics in our workplace. So that is called as your professional ethics. And next, in macro sense, as group of people's thinking, professional ethics for doing their teamworks, and social ethics means here these are things for development of the society. Here also mentioned societal decisions, social responsibility, and social decisions. So for a social development, we need to take these type of decisions in particularly macro ethical decisions, right? So social responsibility or societal development or social ethics is these three things are for development of the society, right? So this is all about engineering ethics, right? So now coming to professional roles to be played by an engineer. So professional roles to be played by an engineer. So simply as an engineer, what are the functions, what are the roles we should follow, we should play. So that is the meaning of here. As an engineer, what are the rules? What are the rules we should follow, we should play, right? As an engineer, right? That is the point here. Professional roles to be played by an engineer. So these are the few functions or few roles each and every engineer should follow. In future, you will be a engineer, right? After completion of this CSA or IT, mechanical, whatever this course. After completion of this course, you will be an engineer, right? So then you need to follow these things. That is roles played by engineer. Roles played by engineer, right? So look at first one. Engineers need to. So simply need to means should and must and should need to play different roles for public safety and welfare and good, and hence they are called as professional models. So here simply different roles for public safety, welfare, and good hands, they are called as professional models. So here these are the few functions. Look at this thing. First one, engineer as a professional role. One of the role is here savior. Savior. So savior means the protector. So engineer, as an engineer, you should protect the society, right? You should protect your company, you should protect yourself as an engineer. That protecting role called as here savior. The savior role you should play in your future, right? So here look at this thing, savior. Savior means the protector, so redeemer from societal ills, ills like poverty, wastages, etc. Okay, another damages. So support when it the um, critical incidents like natural calamities. So these critical situations are occurred, then you need to support and you need to redeem that particular bad situations, ill situations, right? So you should play the savior role for the society. So that is the first thing, right? So redeemer means just saving from the dangerous situations. Redeemer, vimochichadam, right? From the societal illness. So bad situations, right? Unhealthy situations is called as ills like poverty, wastages, unemployment, right? Support when they are needy, right? And natural calamities are there, suddenly unexpectedly accidents are there occurred, then we need to support and we need to protect those needies, right? So that is the first thing is here. So the professional role of an engineer is your savior the society, savior the society. Next, guardian or the protector. So give guidelines and the directions to improvement and the speed of the company. So here, as an engineer, another role we should play, that is here guardian or protector of our company, right? Of our company. So that's here just to give the guidelines and directions to improvement of our company, right? And also develop the company also. So increase speed level, performance levels of the employees and subordinates. So just you need to give the directions and the guidelines to your subordinates and to your company for the purposes of two things: improvement of the company and development of the company, as well as the increase the speed or performance levels of the employees and the company performance. So in this sense, we should give the guidelines and directions to your company and your subordinates. So in this sense, it is another role. That role is here play a guardian or protector, right? So as an engineer, you should play guardian role to your company for improvement and develop speed levels, increase speed levels of your performance, right? Next, the third role as an engineer you should play, that is called as bureaucrat or administrator. Bureaucrat means administrator, right? Manage everything. So simply manager who manages everything is called as here bureaucrat. Bureaucrat. So bureaucrat meaning is here administrator. Remember this thing, right? So play a dual role as employer and employee, etc. So here, you as an engineer, you should play dual roles. That is employer duties and roles, and you should play employees roles also. So both roles you need to follow. You need to take, right? So here, take the total responsibility of your company and take the total risk on your shoulders, right? For development of your company as an engineer, right? So that is the point here, bureaucrat or administrator. So here simply the total activities or all functions are comes under here as employee, as employer. Employer means here the company chairman or owners or board of directors or hierarchies or CEO or managing director or director. So simply these all categories are considered here employer. And the employee means just the particular department and the particular work assigned to the employee. So employee has some different roles and duties and responsibilities. Employer, the chairman, the board of directors or director or MD or correspondent, the CEO, the general manager, all these categories are comes under here employer. So employer has a number of duties and responsibilities for their company, as well as employee has also a number of duties and responsibilities for his particular level, particular employee category. So here, as an engineer, as a bureaucratic means here, the engineer should play the employer's duties and employees' duties also based upon the situation, right? So there is another role played by the engineer, right? So in the future you will become engineer, right? So then you should play all these roles, right? Next, coming to the fourth point is here, social servant. So as an engineer, another role of you is that social servant. So service or serve the society by his or her development or their development, right? So here, social servant. So simply public servant, public servant. So who supports the society, who supports the public, who support and give strength to the society or public is called as here social servant. So social servant who serves the society, who serves the support, who serves the services to the society by his developments. So it is gives support to the society, right? So providing guidelines for development of the society and provide any health care centers and provide any water facilities and provide employment facilities and provide guidelines and directions and provide new technologies and solve the problems of the society. These are the few categories that comes under here. Serve the society. So serve the society means here serve. Serve means giving. Giving services to the society. Giving services to the society means here serve the society. So as an engineer, you should play the social servant role. So simply public servant. So simply give services, give support to the society. If they are needy situations, if they are facing any problems, suppose natural calamities, earthquakes, tsunamis, sudden accidents, there's a few things suddenly happen, suddenly occurred. Then as an engineer, you should give support and you should give some necessary requirements to the needies, right? That is called as here service, means give service to the society based upon the critical situations are occurred, right? So here in this sense, as an engineer, you should play a role that is public servant role or social servant role, right? And next coming to the social enabler. Social enabler. So enabler means a person or thing that makes something possible. So enabler means make something possible. That is called as enabler. So you should be a enabler. You should be an enabler. Remember this thing. Enabler means so plan for anything, anything makes it possible. That is called as your enabler, right? Social enabler means just to give support to the society and give plans and directions and guidelines for make something possible for the sake of the society, right? So social enabler and the channel. So here predict the changes and the requirements to the society, the next level development. So here predict the changes and the requirements for the future to take the society in the next level. So to develop the society. So now the society level is here. So plan for take this society next level development. So that is called as here social enabler and make a channel, right? Make a channel. So simply you as an engineer, you should play social enabler role, social enabler role. So simply do plan and direction controlling for development of the society for the next level. For this purpose, you do some planning and controlling and give the directions, guidelines to the society for make it's possible, make it is possible. That is called as here social enabler, right? And last one, engineer. Another last one is here game player. So game of economics, and the country's progress in the determined by the quality of its engineers. Look at this last point is key important for the country's progress. The domestic country or any country's progress is depending upon the quality of engineers. So I think you are all quality of engineers, right? So the future country's progress. So future our Indian domestic country future progress is depending upon you. Remember this thing. So any country's progress is determined by the quality of its engineers. The country progress is decided or depended by the quality of engineers. That is the game player role. So these are the roles playing by the engineer as an engineer, right? So in the future, you will be the engineer, right? So then you will play these all things as as a savior from poverty, wastages, illness, sudden accidents, and natural calamities. From these all things, you should protect the society from these all dangerous situations, right? So that is here the savior. Next thing is here guardian or the protector. So protector means here just you should give guidelines and directions to improve your company and develop the speed, right? Next, bureaucrat or administrator playing dual roles as an employer as well as employee, right? Next, social servant. Social servant means give the services to the society when they are needy, right? Next, social enabler means here to do and make something possible. So here, development of the society development for the next level. So this thing is possible by using this role. Next, game player means a country progress is depending by the quality of its engineers, right? So now coming to the dimensions of ethics. Dimensions means simply the types of ethics. So here, first one we have meta ethics, perspective or normative ethics, descriptive or comparative ethics, and applied ethics. So these are the major four types we have. So here, meta ethics means just here we should based upon the situation. We can take a unethical thing is a ethical thing, right? Please remember this thing. Meta ethics is a ethics that unethical thing is a ethical thing based upon the situation. Based upon the situation. That is called as here meta ethics. So simply meta ethics is based upon the situation. So if a situation demands, unethical thing will be the ethical thing based upon the situations. Right? Next, perspective or normative ethics means so simply norms. Just we should follow the rules and regulations given by the government or given by the parents or priests in the churches or masjids or temples or teachers, whatever it is. So just we need to follow the rules and regulations and do the ethics for the society. That is called as here normative ethics. So in this normative ethics, we have the three types of ethics: deontological ethics, teleological ethics, and virtue ethics. Right? Deontological ethics and teleological ethics and virtue ethics. These three things are based upon the norms. Norms means here rules and regulations. So rules and regulations given with a higher authorities, just we need to follow those rules and regulations. That is called as here perspective ethics or normative ethics, right? Next, coming to the descriptive ethics. Descriptive ethics means here comparative ethics simply. So see here, just we need to observe the other persons and compare your attitude and others' attitude and try to develop your ethical sense and moral sense. That is called as a descriptive ethics. In simple, just observing and understanding other persons and try to adapt something from others and try to implement in your life. That is called as here descriptive or comparative ethics. So here we need to concentrate and we need to focus two things. First one is here just observing others and adapt something from others and try to implement in your actions. And the second thing is here just compare your attitude with the other person's attitude. If any levels are there, then you need to develop yourself. And you need to develop yourself. So plan for develop yourself by comparing your attitude with the others' attitude. So that is called as also their comparative ethics, right? So next thing, applied ethics. Applied ethics means here. So just look at this thing, bioethics, biochemicals, bioethics, and next cyber ethics. Cyber means here computer based. So to stop the crimes in the computer based, right? Hacking, computer hackings, email hackings, virus attacks, Trojan attacks, next email spamming, email bombing, next money transfer frauds, next scams, next the another major crime of ethics, cyber crime is here pornographies. These are the few things are comes under here cyber ethics, right? Next environmental ethics. So environmental ethics, hills, rivers, trees, and our surroundings should be protected by ourselves, right? That is called as here environmental ethics. And next international ethics, when the communication and interaction between the international parts or exports and imports and dealing with the international um, dealings with the international level. So then we should follow the ethics, right? That is called as international ethics. So these are the few things are concerned here, types of ethics, right? So that is called as here dimensions of ethics. So meta ethics is used for only situation based things only. So here, based upon the situation, unethical thing will be the ethical thing. That is called as here meta ethics. Perspective ethics or normative ethics means just based upon the rules and regulations. We follow the ethics. That is normative ethics. Best example is here ragging. No ragging in the college. So if do the ragging, then the penalty and the infringement, or to send the jail, or so this one of the best example of normative ethics. So don't do the ragging in the college. So that is one of the example of normative ethics. So based upon the rules and regulations, we need to follow the ethics. That is perspective or normative ethics. And next thing is here, descriptive ethics means here we have two sense. First one is comparing your attitude and your ethics with others and try to develop yourself. That is the first thing. And next thing, observing others and try to develop yourself. Observing others and adapt something and try to develop yourself. These two sensors comes under descriptive ethics. And next, applied ethics means here you have bioethics and cyber ethics, environmental developmental ethics, and dealing with the international exports and imports and any other dealings with the international. So that is called as here international ethics, right? So up to now we discussed in this class two parts. First one is types of ethics, and second one is the professional roles played by the engineer. So engineer should play as a savior role to protecting and redeem the society from illness situations, and the role of guardian or protector to give guidelines and directions to improve the company and the performance speed. And next, bureaucrat or administrator. Look at this thing. Bureaucrat means administrator, playing the dual roles as employer, as employee also. And next, give the services to the society for societal development. That is social servant role. Next, social enabler. Enabler means make something possible. So plan for make something possible. That is called as your enabler. So her plan is here development of the society in the next level. That is her social enabler. And next last role of engineer, that is game player. So any country's progress is determined or depending by the quality of its engineers, right? So maintain or having the quality in their roles and activities, right? So today's class we discussed two things: roles played by the engineer, and next thing types of ethics. These two things are discussed now in this session, right? In the next class we will meet in the next topic. Thanks for listening, guys. Stay home, stay safe, be careful with corona. Bye, guys.